Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the Jamie Hughes Show. My name as always is Jamie Hughes and today I'm going to be giving you my review of American Assassin. Now if you want to keep up to date with all my latest reviews then make sure you hit that subscribe button, and as always with my videos this review may include spoilers, so you have now been warned. So American Assassin had moments of promise, but overall I kind of left this movie just feeling a bit disappointed, to be honest with you. Now this film does have a lot of positives, and well, two of the huge big positives for this movie are Dylan O'Brien and Michael Keaton. I thought they were both brilliant in this movie, for very different reasons actually. I thought they had a really great chemistry together. And I really want to see a lot of these two working together in the future. Huge sort of plaudits and props have to go to Dylan O'Brien. I thought he absolutely nailed this role, and he has well and truly cemented himself as an action star and as a leading man in action movies. I think there was a lot of pressure on him to deliver in this, and he absolutely hit the nail on the head. He knocked it out of the park. Can't say enough about Dylan O'Brien's performance. I thought he was brilliant. And then on the other side of the coin, you've got Michael Keaton, who probably was kind of going through the gears in this movie a little bit, but he still gave a really layered and interesting performance, and he was really cool to see. And there are some very cool scenes that involve Michael Keaton, and there are some very cool scenes in this movie as well. As I said, it had moments of promise, but a lot of things did kind of fall flat. But a few really cool moments in this movie is there is a torture scene, which is very cool. It involves Michael Keaton getting tortured, and it's classic Michael Keaton character acting, and it was just really gritty and really kind of horrific to see, but a really strong point for this movie, and it was really cool. Another cool bit of action sequences, there were a few that were kind of just very generic, but I thought kind of the final scene on the boat, I thought that fight scene was very cool and kind of original. It had some really cool points in it. There's also some really cool training montages used in this movie. Well, not really montages, but training sequences, should I say. And they were really well constructed, and I really liked. They felt very futuristic, which was really cool. A really cool aspect of this movie, especially like the VR, when they were walking around shooting the VR, and there was one where they were in like a simulated shopping mall, or like an art gallery. They were really cool. And as I said, this movie does have moments of promise, but I'm going to have to talk about the stuff that I didn't really enjoy now. And I didn't really enjoy the story to this movie at all. But I've kind of got a gripe with this movie because they had a really smart, cool movie in the first 10 minutes, and they ruined it within the first 10 minutes because, a little bit of a spoiler here, but basically this movie starts with Dylan O'Brien and his girlfriend on a beach. There is a terrorist attack on the beach, his girlfriend gets killed, and that is his motivation for going out and becoming an assassin. So in the first 10 minutes of this movie, he's training to become part of, it's basically ISIS. He wants to become part of ISIS, infiltrate them, and kill their leader. And I thought that was a really cool movie. I thought that's, it's a really good revenge mission. I can get invested in each of the characters. I can love Dylan O'Brien's character because of what he's doing, and I can hate the leader of ISIS because, he's killed countless people, and it felt like that was a story that would have been a lot better. But they killed off the leader of ISIS in like 10 minutes. 10 minutes into the movie, and then just completely changed it into some random thing about some really random generic thing, should I say, about the Russians and Iran stealing some plutonium and they're going to blow up Israel and destroy world peace. Just felt really like we've seen it before, just very copy and paste. And that was kind of the thing that upset me about this movie, is that they had a really great story and they ruined it. Now, don't get me wrong, this movie and this story could have worked. Take out the first 10 minutes and you have a great sequel to American Assassin. But just that first 10 minutes, this kind of mini movie within a movie, was so great and so emotional. And those 10 minutes were so much better than the rest of the film. I just really wish they would have stuck with that, to be honest with you, because it was a lot better. And one of the other kind of weird and confusing things about this movie is that we aren't properly introduced into the main villain of this movie until about maybe just over between a quarter and a halfway through this movie. But when we see him, he's wearing a disguise, and then after that he's like dressed normally, and it's not like it's a little bit of a disguise. He's in the first time we see him, he's got long hair and he's got a beard, and then the next time we see him, he's completely clean shaven and basically bald. It was just really confusing, and it took me a while to catch up and actually realise who this guy was. And that was kind of the ultimate downfall of American Assassin for me is that none of the characters other than Dylan O'Brien and Michael Keaton's characters felt very fleshed out, felt like they had any sort of story. They all kind of just blended into the background. They were all just kind of felt like generic supporting characters and generic extras, and you know, you can't do that with this type of movie. There was characters I could have got invested in, but I just felt that they were a little bit weak. So that kind of wraps up this review. I kind of feel like I've been really negative towards this movie. It's definitely worth a watch, I think, just for like 10 minutes alone, because they were pretty harrowing. But as I said, it just felt like there was something missing. They had a really cool original story that I was invested in, and they just completely took that away from me, and it just kind of became a copy and paste Bourne style movie with not as many interesting characters. It just kind of missed the mark for me. But let me know if you've seen American Assassin. Let me know what you thought about it down in the comments below, guys. I always love hearing your thoughts on movies, and I always love if we have a difference of opinion, because I love talking to you guys in the comments. So let me know what you thought about American Assassin down in the comments below. And if you did enjoy this video, then why not subscribe and keep up to date with all my latest movie news and reviews. And as always, if you like this video, then give it a like, because it lets me know that you were enjoying these reviews. And thank you very much for watching this episode of The Jamie Hughes Show. I will see you in the very next episode. Ta-ra.